Welcome to another episode of Blonde in the Kitchen. Today, my mom will be making carrot cake with a white chocolate cream cheese frosting. We're going to start with our main ingredient, and that is our carrots. Add your shredded carrots to a bowl with your chopped walnuts, sweetened coconut flakes, and orange zest. If you don't have walnuts, you can substitute them with pecans. We're going to give this a good mix and set it aside while we prepare our dry ingredients. For the dry ingredients, we're going to add both baking soda and baking powder to our flour. Using both is going to help your cake rise evenly in the oven. And lastly, we cannot make a carrot cake without spices. We're going to be adding ginger, nutmeg, cinnamon, and a pinch of salt. We're going to give the dry ingredients a good mix and set them aside as well while we get our wet ingredients prepared. There are many secrets to making a fluffy, light, and airy cake, and one of them is to beat your eggs in sugar until they become light in color. Using light brown sugar will add a softness to the texture of the cake. Brown sugar is naturally moist, which is why we like to use both white and brown for the perfect balance. Add in your orange juice combined with vanilla, along with adding your sour cream, oil, and flour in parts, leaving out the carrot and walnut mixture until all of these ingredients are combined. Adding the sour cream, oil, and flour in parts is going to keep the cake batter from separating. When all of these ingredients are added to the cake batter, give them a good mix, making sure to not over whip. And we'll move on to our last step, which is folding in the carrot walnut mixture. The reason why we fold the carrot and walnut mixture rather than mix it in is so that we don't deflate the batter. We've added a good amount of air and we don't want to lose it, and folding the batter will then add even more air to the mixture. Gently fold in your carrot mixture and your cake is ready to bake. Generously spray and line 4 8-inch cake pans and separate your batter evenly. We like to use an ice cream scoop to divide our batter. Bake each layer for at least 25 minutes at 350 degrees or until a toothpick inserted comes out clean. While the layers bake is the perfect time to prepare the frosting. Using a double boiler, melt your white chocolate chips. Once your white chocolate is melted, set it aside so that it comes to room temperature. For the cream cheese frosting, it's important to whip your butter until it's light and airy. After you've whipped it, add in your cream cheese and vanilla and give this a good mix before adding 3 to 5 tablespoons at a time of your powdered sugar. Once all 5 cups are added in, mix your frosting until it's light and fluffy. We want for this to be a very smooth frosting before adding in the white chocolate. After the white chocolate has been added to your frosting, set it in the fridge and let this rest for at least 30 minutes while fighting off the urge to taste it. In the meantime, we'll take a look at our cake layers. Take them out of the cake pans and let them cool completely before frosting the cake. When the cake layers have completely cooled, line a cake pan with parchment paper and add in your first cake layer. The amount of frosting you add to each layer is up to you, but we like to use 3 ice cream scoops. Spread the frosting evenly using a spatula. Repeat this step with each cake layer until you get to the last layer. That one will not need to be topped with frosting. Cover your cake pan with plastic wrap and set it in the fridge for at least an hour. The last thing we have left to do for this cake is to decorate it. Using your leftover cream, go ahead and crumb coat the whole cake and set it into your fridge once more for about an hour before frosting it completely. The crumb coat is a first frosting of the cake. It's a thin layer that's going to seal in any extra crumbs and smooth out any areas of the cake that aren't even. Set your cake in the fridge for 30 minutes after the crumb coat before frosting it a second time. Here the crumb coat is complete and we're going to add our second frosting. Do this evenly before adding your walnuts to the sides of the cake. Press the walnuts into the frosting all the way around the cake. Go back around after and check any spots that you've missed. After all the sides of the cake are covered with walnuts, pull the parchment from under the cake. The last step we have left is to decorate the border. We're using a Wilton 1M tip to make little ploops all around the border of the cake. After this step is complete, you can serve the cake right away, or you can let it set in the fridge before serving. Here is our finished cake. We let it set for 2 hours before serving. And here's the moment that we've all been patiently waiting for, the big reveal. Here we have my mom's 4-layer white chocolate cream cheese frosting carrot cake. I want to thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to our channel if you've enjoyed, and leave us a comment down below of your thoughts.
Yours truly, Blonde in the Kitchen.